I'm Clara Silverstein. I'm a food writer and cookbook author, and today I'd like to show you a healthy recipe that can be vegan if you use vegetable stock. It's a nice orange color from sweet potatoes and carrots, and it's something that is very easy to put together. That's my kind of recipe. So first what we do is we heat some olive oil in a soup pot. It's good to use a soup pot with a very heavy bottom because otherwise things will burn. I've kind of learned that the hard way. And what we're going to do is heat some olive oil, and then we're going to saute our vegetables. And I made this recipe first during the summer when Vidalia onions were in season. So I think the sweet onions kind of contribute to the overall flavors. So that's the onions I've chosen. So we're going to just put them in the saute pan. So stir them around for a minute. Then we're going to add our garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic chopped up. I don't believe in garlic presses. I think garlic tastes a lot better if you're actually cutting it up yourself. So I've done that. And then here are our sweet potatoes, and there's a carrot in there as well. And this all goes in together. And it sautés for about 10 minutes or so just to bring out the flavors. And then we're going to add our spices and our liquids. This is a recipe I put together with my son, and was basically, let's open the cabinets, let's look through the vegetable bin and see what we have in the house. And those are always the best recipes, I think, because they force you to be creative. Okay, now this is sautéed for about 10 minutes. The vegetables have softened up, and we can add some of the other ingredients. The first one we're going to add is cumin. My son thinks everything tastes better with cumin, so it also happens to work with this flavor profile. So I'm just going to saute that for about a minute to bring out the flavor. And the liquids, we didn't have enough chicken stock. We only had about 2 cups. So I looked around in the cupboards and I came up with some orange juice and some tomato juice. And the effect that this has is kind of a sweet and salty. And that is a really nice combination for the sweet potatoes as well. So first we're going to put in the chicken stock. And then the tomato juice. And then just a little bit of orange juice. You don't want it to be too sweet, but it just adds a little something. One time I had orange mango juice, and that actually tasted really good. So you can play around a little bit. The great thing about soups is they're inexact, so you can have some fun doing the kinds of ingredients that you like. So now we're just going to add a little bit of rice, and we're going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so with the lid on. That's going to cook the rice. And at the very end, we're going to add some chickpeas. So once the soup has simmered for about half an hour, then you take off the lid and you're ready to add your chickpeas. So what you're going to do, it's very important to rinse the chickpeas before you put them in, otherwise they're going to taste like the canning liquid. So once you've done that, these are already rinsed and drained, you can stir them right in. And then you let them heat up. Another little trick with this soup is it's very important not to put too much rice in. The same is true of a soup that you put pasta in, because if there's too much, it absorbs all the water, and then you have a very thick soup that isn't so pleasant. So this only has about 1/4 cup of rice in there. And we put in the rice and the chickpeas because we wanted this to be more of a one-dish meal. So once you have your chickpeas in the soup, you need to let them heat up for about 5 minutes or so. And then it's a good time to taste it for seasoning. Give it a little taste and see if you need some salt and pepper. Could use a little of both. So then you just put it into taste. And then you can always have some at the table too. But then you stir it up. And now you're ready to serve it. We're going to put it in a bowl, and you can garnish it with either basil or parsley. I have parsley today, but whatever's around, whatever's in season, whatever suits your fancy. It's a very flexible recipe, and the green adds a nice touch of color. As you can see, the soup is a beautiful orange color with the sweet potatoes in it and the carrots, and it's very hearty. So once you have it in a nice serving bowl, then you can put some of your herbs on top. So your soup is ready to serve after you put the parsley on top or whatever garnish you're using. Enjoy.